Hi everybody, it's Jen with Caketastic Cakes, and I'm going to show you how to make a little variation on a standard crumb top apple pie. This is an apple cranberry pie. It uses frozen cranberries, a little less sugar, so it's not quite as sweet. You get more of the fruit flavor come through with a touch of tart. It's very nice, and I'm going to show you how to do it. You're going to start with a pie crust. If you don't have one that you just bought from the store, like a ready-made one, you can use this recipe. It's mine. It's fine. It's not going to win you any awards. It's 2 cups of flour with 3/4 cup of shortening, teaspoon of salt, and then I ended up adding 5 tablespoons of very cold water. I use my little granny fork here to fork it around, mix it up until I get some nice crumbs out of it. And when you might need to add a little bit more water, cold water, but when you're able to make a wad out of it, try not to handle it too much. Flour your surface, flour your dough, and then roll it out. When you're rolling it out, you want it to be as even thickness as possible, and you want it to be big enough to cover your pie plate in a nice circular shape. And be careful picking it up. Sometimes it tears, and that kind of stinks a little bit. So put it in your pie plate, press it down to the bottom so your edges are nice and clean. And because I am not fancy at all when it comes to my pie crusts, I just cut the edge off. I do not have pie crust talent. I do not pretend I do. I can make a pie crust. Period. End of sentence. All right, put it aside. We're going to work on our filling. I've got a half a cup of sugar in a bowl. I add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour to it. That's going to help thicken up the juices inside. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon and mix it all together. I've got 6 cups of Macintosh apples that I've sliced nice and thin, and add a heaping cup of frozen cranberries. I'm going to give it a toss by hand, just the fruits together, so that it's more evenly distributed, the cranberries throughout. You could add more, add less, whatever. It's just what I do. I give it a nice heaping cup's worth. And then dump it into your pie plate. Once you got your fruit in there, you're going to pour your filling, over top of it. So I just kind of shimmy and shake it all over until, it's in there and it's good. As far as the crumb topping itself, it is a 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, half a cup of sugar, and 6 tablespoons of softened butter. For this recipe, you may want to do like 1.5 times in order to get more crumbs because let's face it, the crumbs are delicious. I also added another teaspoon of cinnamon, and there comes my fork again. So I start forking. It was making me crazy and taking forever, so I use my hand a little bit to make my crumbs. But when you have nice crumbs, pour them over the top of your pie, all over. Don't forget to get to the edges. You want to cover it all up, and then pat it down like you're patting down your sandcastle at the beach. This is going to bake at 400 for 35 to 45 minutes, and it comes out nice golden brown. It gets a little bubbly on the side, but when you cut it, it is a subtly sweet, very fruity. You get the flavor of the apples, a touch of tartness from the cranberries. It's a really nice pie. If you don't like overly sweet pies, this is a great, great recipe. So, I hope you found my short little video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe because it helps me out as well. I've got a lot of other videos out there, all kinds of recipes, a lot of cakes, a lot of cake decorating with fondant and gum paste, so take a look. And as always, thanks for watching Caketastic Cakes.